The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Jaguars and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's a preseason matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his second season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
For everyone who expected the highly touted Trevor Lawrence to champion the Jaguars to instant success last season, well, they got a little bit of a reality check. Despite the struggles, though, he still took on a major leadership role within the locker room and among the team. He also flashed some of his considerable potential on the field, particularly in a defiant Week 18 win over Indianapolis that knocked the Colts out of the playoffs.
Going to the air right away, Lawrence. Forced out to his left. And looking for Cook, but this pass is intercepted. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they wasted no time taking a shot down the field. He was letting it fly on the very first play from scrimmage. And this was excellent coverage down there. And they'll come away with an early takeaway. And I mean an early takeaway.
Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and at quarterback for them is a former second overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation and that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly, you might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
And it was really sudden after the first play picked off. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Devon Hamilton with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Mariota. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes it back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run with a veteran of 8 years now. It's Melvin Gordon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. But Charles, you know, for this offense, we take a look at the draft class here. They were looking for a playmaker, and they found one on the outside.
And the way teams are throwing the football nowadays, you can't afford to skip at the wide receiver position. I know that the slot guy is getting more attention now, but that guy on the perimeter, he makes you go.
Patterson, touchdown, Falcons. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones, and he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a second-year man from Clemson, Travis Etienne. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be Falcon football. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Mariota. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Yeah, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. Throw caught here by Bird. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They go play action with Lawrence. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Being chased out left. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Here's Lawrence to throw. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And the Jags are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they'll run with ATL. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Once more, ATL. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. They go play action now. Lawrence under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Arnold Ebiketie with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. The kick by Parkey is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Well, reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, yeah, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Trayvon Walker makes the tackle. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Bell Mariota. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick, and the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by Parkey is good, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. To throw Mariota. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 45 on second down, Mariota. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's taken down inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. On first and 10, it's Algier. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They'll try to throw now. Mariota. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you coming up at halftime. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I do.
I know you do. I've got the thing just for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando to take us through the weekend. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So they are able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 35 on second down, Lawrence, and an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
And the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Play fake. Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he will have a first down as they're into field goal range now at the 30. Off the play fake. Mariota. This pass is caught by London. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post. And that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend, and then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game. Both of these coaching staffs with some big decisions to make coming up as the preseason draws to a close. This second half is going to be filled with a lot of evaluation. And to bring it your way, we go back to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
First down, and they'll start with Algier. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the third quarter like you would a regular season game. That's exactly what they wanted to get done.
They go play action. Mariota. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 40 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
From the red zone now, Mariota. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete.
Of all the routes that defenders would love to remove from offensive playbooks, I think the wheel route would rank near the top. And on that one, they almost had it, just wasn't able to come down in bounds.
Yeah, as you see right there for the running back, it's tough as you're going toward that sideline trying to stay in bounds. He couldn't do it.
Yeah, just didn't have enough real estate, as they like to say.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mariota. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They'll run with Patterson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
2nd down and goal. Mariota. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. Mariota. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out now joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And the JAX, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Mariota. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
They'll look to ETN to start things out. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now Lawrence.
Able to spin free. And down he'll go at the 25. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tackles. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters.
You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Open man, it's Preston Williams. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
To throw is Beathard.
He's got his tight end. It's Chris Manhertz.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
From the gun again to Henderson.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Henderson. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, last drive they were 3 now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henderson running straight ahead. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold it to just a yard.
2nd down, it's Henderson.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
Here's Williams to return. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At about the 32.
Gives it to Algier to start things off. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So 1st down, and they'll stick with Algier. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Ready, set.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. Now the objective there, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still 1st down.
The delay of game, a costly one as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal.
Algier now up the middle.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And this one also slow and developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
They'll try to run with Algier.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Here we go, set.
Looking to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Foyesade Aluakin. And the Jags are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. So a field goal on this drive ties it. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, so we'll see how these coaches elect to play this.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw.
He'll get this underneath to Henderson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now the Jags are moving quickly in the hurry-up. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. Tie game, but you have to think in the preseason with overtime not in the cards, maybe time to take a few chances. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So, Charles, this is a game that certainly had some intrigue, but I think you and I both agree. We like the decision to not play overtime in preseason and just call it a draw.
Partner, I want to meet the person who disagrees with this decision, and I just wonder what took so long for the league to arrive at this conclusion. They put the rule in for the 2021 season, and it should have been in a long time ago. Yeah, some rookies might miss some plays, but all in all, no one's paying attention when we get to the end of a preseason game.
This is a Black Phoenix production. Damn. You know one thing I love about losing money? I gotta get it back.
Said it was up and it was stuck. Yeah. This ain't the lottery, so bitch, don't try your luck. I'm like Giannis with the Bucks. Stayed down till they seen it. We was up, that's what's up. I got 'em wondering what's next. Fucked around inside myself just so I get all the.
Look at this dude. Wait till you see the. No.